Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mark Kuhn. Hey, what you don't know about real estate investing, I need to tell you the 6 things that you have to know and why I invest in real estate so heavily and why you should too. Let's get right into this. One, guys, leverage. You can only leverage your money in real estate. You can actually borrow. $100,000 of real estate is actually worth about $400,000. You can leverage it up to 75%. Guys, you cannot do this in stock market. You can't do this. I could go buy $100,000 of Apple stock, and I could actually ask Apple. Apple wouldn't borrow me the money to go buy Apple stock. They wouldn't. They wouldn't do it. Not even if I go to Bank of America and say, hey, I'll buy $1 million of your stock, but I want to finance $750,000. Won't do it. They can't do it. And the only thing that you can leverage your money in is in real estate up to 75% safely. So, guys, it is just so important. If you want to actually grow your money, you're going to need to leverage. Don't leverage into credit card debt. Leverage into appreciating assets like real estate. Guys, you want to leverage your money so you can get a bigger exposure. All right, guys, number 2, appreciation. Does everything go up in value? Not everything. Not that Cadillac you bought. That ain't going up in value. That's going down. But appreciation is so huge today that in real estate, you want to buy appreciating assets. Real estate typically will go up at a 3% rate. Or wait, is inflation 7 to 8% right now? Or is it more like 14 to 16%? That's how they used to estimate it about 15, 20 years ago. Guys, inflation's happening. Appreciation is taking advantage of this because so much money's been printed. If you want appreciating asset where you can borrow leverage on it, guys, that is a win-win victory. You can get almost 3 to 5, maybe 10% of appreciation. Some of these southwestern homes, Arizona, southeastern Florida area, guys, these buildings are appreciating 10% a year right now. Just because with all the money printing and the inflationary times we're in. So appreciation is a huge key to any asset. No matter if we're in North Dakota here, to Massachusetts, to Arizona, to Kansas City, guys, all these are appreciating markets. Real estate has always gone up in value for the last 300 years. It may have had little waves, nothing like the stock market has had, guys. You will consistently see appreciation year over year as things go up in value. All right, guys, number 3, cash flow. God, this is the king of all things in investing. Most investments will not provide you a cash flow. Guys, your stocks, unless they're dividend stocks, they are going to pay you monthly or weekly or quarterly, whatever. Real estate will pay you monthly or quarterly or annually. Guys, it provides a cash flow. That's one of the third things of why I invest in real estate, because I continually get money every month from the real estate. And that's still while I have my money leveraged. I still have that inflationary or appreciation of the value going up. So, guys, super important. Just think as a comparison to maybe your 401k. You plant, let's say, $5,000 a year in this 401k. You just keep putting it out there. You're getting nothing in return. You're all hoping for when you retire at 65 that thing's still there, right? Hoping that the stock market keeps inflation. Guys, think of all the fingers and fees and hedge fund fees and all these people getting your money, trying to put it out in the marketplace to make some return, compounding your money. Some years they lose a bunch of money. Sometimes they make a bunch of money. The last 2 years, who hasn't made money in the 401k? But you're not seeing what happens if your 401k was sending you a little monthly check every month. Guys, you have to understand that's why the third thing in real estate is so important. It's a holy grail of why we invest in real estate. You get some cash flow back from it. That's still while it's compounding in value. All right, guys, number 4. Guys, these buildings, they have loans on them, right? And there's people paying down those loans. There's tenants in real estate. There's something called principal pay down. And guys, if you're with like a 5 or 7 year, 10-year loan, Guys, these amounts can equal 4 to 6% return on your money. That's maybe with no appreciation, no cash flow. It's still going to earn 4 to 6%. And most people do not understand that. Principal pay down is another key thing that most people don't think about. No matter if there's no cash flow, I know as long as that loan, the NOI says 0, you're still getting that principal pay down every month. You're paying off principal. And that's super important to think about when you're doing another key scenario of how you're making more money in the principal pay down periods. All right, guys, the 5th benefit. Guys, these buildings depreciate. It's funny that they depreciate, but they appreciate on the other side. Whereas like a vehicle, let's talk about the Cadillac. The Cadillac depreciates and it depreciates in value. So for instance, in real estate, you buy $1 million building, it depreciates and the value actually goes up. So you're getting a bigger spread every year. So super awesome in real estate. It has huge tax benefits of up maybe 40, it could be 40% based on a year. Basically, if you bought a building, you can bonus depreciate up to 25% of it in year 1. You buy $1 million building, you can get a tax value of $250,000 year 1. You can't do that with a lot of things that appreciate in value. I all know everyone can go out and buy a big vehicle or a tractor or something that depreciates in value and write it off their taxes. That is a gain. But just think if you bought a appreciating asset that you get to depreciate on your taxes. And I'm going to call this 5.5, but the 1031 exchange. So say when you depreciate this asset, real estate, in the first 5 years, and you say, you know what, I actually want to go back and do a bigger deal, similar like-kind deal. Well, you can do something called a 1031 exchange. And basically what you do is at the sale of the property, say you owe $1 million, you just sold the building for $2 million. You're going to have that $1 million. That would be typically a capital gains. But if you do not want to see the capital gains on it, you can do something called a 1031 exchange. And say you could move that $1 million right into a new, maybe $4 million property using leverage, and you can get into a bigger property where you can start depreciating again. Guys, the 1031 exchange is a ultimate tool if you want to grow your portfolio. All right, guys, 6, real estate professional. Most of you, if you want to take some of that money off your taxes, you need to study real estate. They say 2 hours a day to be a real estate professional. How simple would that be? And then you can use all that, all the investment money that you put into real estate, all the depreciation can actually wipe out your income tax. Let's say the Donald Trump rule, why the whole world, Democratic world, would be giving him grief is because he was using the rules that the Democrats put in place. They said that he could wipe out all his income that he makes from hotels and apartment buildings and all the real estate he owns. He can actually wipe out that income using something through depreciation, accelerating depreciation in his buildings. Guys, the guy wasn't paying taxes because he was using the rules in place that the law gave him to use. So again, I don't know why they give him grief, but that is another true way of how to build wealth and how Donald Trump did himself. Guys, real estate professional, you want to be classified as this. You need to be 750 hours a year to get this, and make sure your accountant or tax accountant would know that. All right, guys, so those are the 6 things that you need to think about and why real estate investing is one of the best ways for you to build wealth. Guys, leverage, appreciation, cash flow, principal pay down, tax benefits, 5.5, I said bonus depreciation or 1031 exchange. And number 6, guys, being a real estate professional. You have to think about all those things when you're investing your money and where you think you're going to invest your money next. Guys, I hope this was helpful for you to understand why I invest in real estate myself, why I try to help others. And if you have any questions based upon real estate, put down in the comments below what you invest in and why you also believe that why real estate investing is the best way to grow your wealth. Thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next one.